Hello there, pretty people of the internet, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Annika, and yeah, hey there, hope you're doing good. Before I go ahead and get started, I just want to let you all know that there's a train that comes by, or there's not one train, but I live right next to the train tracks, and there are trains passing, like right now, and sometimes they get really, really loud. So if you hear something in the background, it might be that, or it might be my flatmates, or just there's a lot going on in London. Thank you guys so much for your response to my last video. It was good to hear your guys' opinions, and it was also really great to see that so many of you are still here and are still excited to see what I put up, no matter what it is. It makes me really excited and inspires me to do a lot more. So today's video is sort of just going to be me talking, getting a few things off my chest, and maybe it's something you guys can resonate with on some level. That's what I'm hoping, that we can start like, I don't know, like a discussion or a community, sounds so cheesy, down in the comments, because I'm gonna talk about motivation, or the lack thereof. So as I've told you guys, I am now in graduate school here in London, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it's pretty miserable. I am really struggling to find the motivation to go to my classes and do my homework and work on my essays and assignments. I just really don't want to do it. And this is more than oh, there are other things I want to do, so I don't want to do it type of thing that you get on like a day-to-day basis. Like, no, this is like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. So I've been considering dropping out since the very beginning. I just haven't gotten myself to do it for a bunch of reasons, like the fact that it's only a year long and I'm almost halfway through already. The fact that I worked so hard to get here, and that, you know, maybe it is right for me, I'm just not seeing it, you know, all these things, but I just don't want to do it. And I think the lack of motivation is something we all struggle with sometimes to various degrees, but I feel like now it's a very serious deal. You know, in my old IB videos I talked about how to overcome that little dump when you don't have any motivation to like do your homework or sit down and study. And I feel like that's like on a whole different level than what I'm experiencing right now, because that's just, I don't want to do it tonight, but you know, I have this goal and in the end I want to achieve it. Well, now it's like I don't have any motivation, like there's no driving force to me doing this. I'm planning on going back to the US and going to law school after I'm done with this. So in the next 3 years I'm planning on starting law school to get my law degree, to practice law. So I don't need this master's degree. I don't need it for my career, I don't need it for my education. The only reason why I'm getting it at this point is because I want it. Originally, when I applied for the master's program here, it was because I wanted to work within this field, and I still will. It's just I will come at it from a legal angle. I'll work with international law instead of international politics, but they're very interrelated, so it's not like I'm completely going off the path here or whatever, just so you all know. But right now the only reason why I'm in it is because I wanted to learn and I wanted to know this, and now I just don't. This is a very horrifying feeling for me because I've never had it like this before. You know, I've had those little like dumps where I haven't wanted to do things, but they've either been related to something else or they've been very mild short-term deals. I've now been here for 2 months and it just feels awful. And I've tried so many things, you know, I've changed my program, so I'm in a different program that I originally started out in, and I like it a lot better, but it's still not there, you know? I've changed my classes and they're better, but they're still not there. I work out a lot, I eat healthy, I have a healthy social life, I relax, I take time to myself, I take a lot of vitamins. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with my circumstances. Like, this is what I wanted. Like, I was the one who chose to come here. I was the one who chose to get this master's degree. It's all on me. and I just don't want it. You know, I feel like it's a different thing when the cause is something else, like you have some family problems or something, so you can't focus on school, or you're struggling with your health, or you're really, I don't know, homesick or depressed, or you just broke up with someone. You know, you have something else going on in your life that's sucking up that motivation and drive, but I don't really have anything. Of course, I have the fact that I'm far away from my boyfriend and my friends in the US, and it really, really sucks. But I didn't feel like it would limit me this much, you know? And I still do other things, like I still go to the gym and I read a lot, and I watch TV shows and I look at all these different things, so it's not like I'm not doing anything, I just don't want to do school. And I feel like it's so strange because I'm, you know, my whole channel is sort of dedicated to school, and at this point I'm just like, you know, F it, like I don't want to. I don't wanna! So what I'm doing right now is that I'm going home for this weekend, and I've talked to my parents about it many times before. I've talked to my parents, my boyfriend, my best friends, my parents' friends, my siblings. I've talked to my personal tutor about it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go sort of the last turn and talk to my parents again, and we have like a school counselor that I'm planning to go and see next week when I'm back, just to see if there's anything, any other options, you know, something I might not have thought about, if they think it might be related to how I'm feeling here, or if it's just, you know, whatever. And I don't think you should be ashamed of going to a shrink or a counselor or anything. You know, good for you. We all got shit we need to work on, so I'm fine telling you all that. You know, I've thought about this since I got here. I got here and I started my program and I was like, wow, this is not what I thought it would be. This is not great. And it sucks. You know? This is the path I've had all my life. Like, this is what I wanted to do, and now I'm here and it's like, well, no, it's not what I want anymore. And I think that's totally fine. You know, our dreams and ambitions and our goals, they change. But it just hasn't happened for me yet. So I haven't had to struggle with this before. And I know I can pass. Like, I know I can do well in grad school. So it's not that I'm afraid I'm gonna fail. It's just, yeah, you know? So I think once I have made the decision either to drop out or to stay in, I'm gonna stick with that decision. You know, if I decide that I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna do things to make my stay better. But up until I've decided, I'm sort of in this awkward in-between phase where really nothing gets done. And I think I'm jeopardizing myself. I'm jeopardizing my happiness, and I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's good. So hopefully by the next time we talk, I will have figured it out, and I will have a decision to come to you guys with. So I know we all at some point struggle with motivation to various degrees, and I just want to let you know that giving up on something, or dropping out of a school program, or not finishing a race, or whatever it is, doesn't mean you can't do it, and it doesn't mean that you're a failure. You're not letting anyone down. Don't let yourself down. It's not how things work, you know. We change, our plans change, and sometimes we're just a bit slow to realize that. And yeah, there's, if the problem is a day-to-day motivation thing, you know, there are things you can do to help with that. There are things you can do to make your stay somewhere better, to make your experience better. But sometimes it's just the whole situation you're in that has to change. Sometimes, you know, the problem is you. The problem is that what you're doing is not what you want anymore, and it's not going anywhere for you, and then it's perfectly fine to quit it. Okay, that was a bit of a ramble, but thank you all so much for watching through to the very end if you did. I love you all so much. Please leave your comments down below with any comments or thoughts or experiences if you want to share. If you have anything you want me to talk about in the future or anything like that. My next video is probably going to be booktube related, so either all the books I've read so far while I've lived in London or the books I want to read before the year is over. So if you have any great book recommendations, make sure to leave them down below. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!